All right, so here we are, Monday morning. Let's get it going. I hope you're feeling good. I hope you've had some water. If you haven't gone for a walk yet, definitely make sure you get it in after this workout. I think it's supposed to start raining at 11, so it's better to get it in before the rain starts rather than later. So let's go ahead and get started. Again, before we need a bench or chair, if you have it, a loop band, a band with handles, some light weights, also a ball or pillow, okay? Let's get going. So hands on the hips, little booty kickers to get started, okay? So I'm gonna turn to the side so you can see. The knee is not moving to the side. It's not moving forward, not moving out the side like a fire hydrant. You wanna keep it right here. Work in the hamstrings, hands on the hips to make sure we're not arching into the low back. Keep those abs engaged and shoulders down. And we're gonna add the arms. If you feel that your hips are stable, bring those arms straight forward, flip so palms are up. As the heel comes up, elbows come back. Keep that core squeezed. Make sure you're breathing. When we get upper and lower body moving together, that's when the blood really starts flowing. We get nice and warm. Always want to warm up before we jump into any exercise. Make sure you're breathing. And be mindful with this. You want to make sure you're squeezing the shoulder blades. Chest is open. Let's go 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Hands on those hips. We're going to do a little bit of a march, okay? March up and up. Foot is flexed.
The next workout will begin in 60 seconds.
So that was a bonus.
Proceed to a station.
A little bit of a bonus warm-up for you. Keep that core squeezed. Again, shoulders down. Make sure you're breathing. Okay. Foot is flexed. So in the last one when we did the booty kickers, we were warming up the hamstrings. Now we're getting the quads going, lower abdominals going. Hands are on the hips to make sure the hips aren't doing anything crazy. If it's available to you, bring those arms up. As the knee comes up, elbows come down. Make sure you're breathing. Squeeze that core, okay? Don't let that core not play a role in this. If you have funky neck or shoulders, or you woke up with a kink in your neck or anything whatsoever, and this up and down with the arms does not feel good, bring it back to that row. It's totally fine. But make sure you're breathing.
Begin set 1.
Add a twist, opposite elbow towards the opposite knee. You may need to slow down a bit for this. Really controlled movement, okay? And those shoulders down. Let's go 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. Now for this next one arm is gonna come forward, kind of like we're dancing. We're gonna bring the knee up, okay? Similar to what we were just doing, little variation.
Stop exercise.
If it's available, straighten that leg, reach for the toes. However, if you have a sensitive back or feeling a little stiff this morning, don't do this. Let's go 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out.
Begin set 2.
Soft bend in those knees. Hands together. Core is braced and on already. Let's take that right leg, tap it back, forward, back, forward. Just a little tap, balancing in that left heel. We want to make sure we don't go into the toes on that left side, protecting the knee. If you're feeling pretty good, go ahead and lower on down a little bit more. Really get into that standing heel. Core stays strong. This leg that extends back, you're squeezing into the booty as that leg kicks back. Notice how my hips aren't moving. There's no arch in the back. That's because the core is engaged. So breathe. Give me 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Shake out that standing leg.
Begin set 3.
Right into the other side. So soft bend in those knees. Weight in that right heel. Left foot goes back, in. Tap, tap. Now you're only tapping the toe, okay? We're not letting any weight lower into that toe. Core is strong. Make sure you're breathing. Again, if this is easy, get lower. Warm up that leg, warm up that standing booty. Really reach back. I promised you a booty burner
Stop.
and an ab
exercise.
burner. Give me 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. We have 1 more exercise for the warm-up, and then we'll move to sit-down stand-ups, okay? So feet a little wider than hip distance apart. Calf raise, shoulder rolls. Roll those shoulders back.
Begin set 4.
Get any crunchies out. And those necks and shoulders. If it's available to you, fingertips to the shoulders, elbow circles, keeping those shoulders down. Keep with the calf raises. And now straight arm, again, if it's available to you, big circles. Almost there. And then you're going to need your chair or a bench, okay? And nothing else.
Stop exercise and
Shake it out.
switch to the next
Nice.
station.
So I will bring my bench over just a little bit. We are going to start seated, all right? Now we will be standing up and sitting down, hence the name. Palms together, squeeze the core, driving through the heel of the foot, squeezing the booty at the top, okay? So
Begin set 1.
squeeze the booty, and come on down, sending those hips back. You know that chair or bench did not move. Try to omit any plopping sounds. So I'm sure you heard that bench. Really slow and controlled. Try to go for no sound. So squeeze the core just before you stand up and squeeze the core just before you sit down. I love starting off with this exercise because each of us sit down and stand
Stop
up
exercise.
all the time throughout the day. Take a break if you need it. Shake out those legs. We've got 3 more sets of that. We all sit down and stand up throughout the day. So this is a great way to practice this movement in a way where we bring mind-body awareness to the muscles that are activating as we do this.
Begin set 2.
So sitting on down, find that neutral stance with the feet. Core is engaged. Squeeze the booty. Push down through those heels. Reach those hips back. Yes. Now you do want slow and controlled, so you're very aware of the muscles. We don't want to speed through this because then the joints are taking over and the muscles won't be getting much work out of it. Want to be very mindful of everyone being as safe as possible. So we are going to be slowing down some of these exercises today.
Stop exercise.
Take that break. So that's level 1. And for everybody who that felt challenging enough, we're going to stick with that for the next 2 sets. For level 2, or anybody who wants more of a challenge, we're going to try this single leg, okay? So, like a pistol squat, you can have the leg extended forward or a slight bend. Oh, this is a hard one. Come on up. And carefully lower back down. Again, if you're doing both legs, totally fine. Focus on the core activation before and after. Booty squeeze, weight in the heels. Try to omit any sound. Bench, chair. If you lose balance, you're doing single leg, don't worry.
Stop exercise.
Oh, shake it up. Nice. 1 more set with the other leg. Oh, I hope you're loving these. These are so good, and they're so good for you. Start seated.
Begin
Here
set
we go.
4.
Core is strong. Now, for those who are doing a single leg, if you feel a lot weaker on this side, don't worry. We usually, unknowingly, start with our stronger side. This side is definitely more challenging for me. Core is strong. Shoulders are down away from the ears. Now, this next exercise, we are going to be needing either a doorway or a dresser or any heavy piece of furniture that will not move if we apply a little bit of force.
Stop exercise and switch to the next
Crazy,
station.
I know. If you have something that's tall, you can do this standing. Because I don't, I'm going to do this kneeling, okay? This, we all know, is really heavy. It's not going to move. So I'm going to be using this. Bring your palms together. You want the palms in line with the sternum, shoulders down, away from the
Begin
ears.
set 1.
Place one of the sides of the palms, the back of the palm against whatever that hard surface is. Abs are on, and push your hands into the surface, as if you're doing this, but you can't move. Instantly, you should feel your core click on, okay? So you're pushing against the surface. You're not letting any movement happen in the body, even though you're applying that pressure. Then you want to make sure the hands are low. So again, sternum height. Hips are not moving. Navel squeezes back towards the spine. Those shoulder blades, take a break. Those shoulder blades need to slide down into your back pocket. So we want them out of the ears, okay? Shake it out one more time on this side. When this is all said and done, feel free to email the studio if you have any questions about this exercise. I know it's a funky one, but it's so good for you with bracing that core. So again, palms together, arms are straight, shoulders are down. Move, try to move that piece of furniture, but don't let the rest of your body move. Navel squeezes back to the spine. Breathe. You will get, as cheesy as it sounds, you're gonna get as much out of this exercise as you put in. So if you're not really pushing, you're not really gonna feel anything. So you really wanna apply that pressure. Again, shoulders are down, hips are tucked under, abs are engaged. Whew, they should be on fire. Breathe, breathe. Woo, shake it out. Nice. So now for the other side, I think I'll just go here. Again, you really want to make sure those shoulders stay down away from the ears. Sliding down the back because we don't want to get into the neck, okay? So again, palms together, directly in line with the sternum and possibly a little bit below. The back of the hand is going to push against that piece of furniture and try to move it. Again, we're doing the other side now. Tuck those hips. Nothing in the body is moving. You are trying to move that piece of furniture. Navel squeezes back towards the spine, shoulders down. Squeeze the booty, hips are tucked. Instantly, your core should be on fire.
Stop exercise.
That one has me shaking. I hope you were feeling the shake too. It's crazy how sometimes the smallest things will really get you fired up. Now, bracing exercises are very important because when it comes to using your core in day-to-day life, we don't actually use it to crunch that often. We really use it to brace a lot more. Here we go, last one. Palms together, just a little bit below the sternum. Push that piece of furniture, shoulders down away from the ears, hips are tucked under, abs are squeezed in, booty's engaged. We are breathing. Hopefully you're sweating a little bit. Woo! You've got this, you've got this. Next up, we're doing a wall sit. It's going to be awesome. If you have a loop band, grab it. Once she says stop,
stop
not yet.
Exercise and switch
Shake
to
it
the
out.
next station.
If you have a loop band, go ahead and grab it. We're gonna put it around the wrists, okay? Sounds funky, I know. Bear with me. So then you're gonna go against the wall. With the band against your wrists. Elbows are gonna squeeze into the side, shoulders roll back and down, get into that wall sit. Now notice how the band brings the hands closer together than the elbows. You wanna push against that band so that the wrists are in line with the elbows, shoulders are down. If this does not feel good for any reason, lose the band, okay? I'm gonna give other modifications and other options here in a moment. But try to keep the wrists and the hands in line with the elbows, shoulders, stay down. Little bicep curl. You're gonna feel the outer arm. You might feel the shoulders a little bit, in a good way. Muscles are working. Weight in the heels.
Stop exercise.
Now, if that didn't feel like too much, keep going. You got it. You have the option here to grab some weights, okay? If you're not using the band, grab those weights. Even if you are using the band,
begin set 2.
Why not? Keep those shoulders down, chest is open. Now you won't be able to bring those arms all the way down, but time under tension, we're really gonna get those biceps fired up. Again, weight is in the heel of the foot. Navel is squeezed in. Are you breathing? Make sure you are. For those of you who know me and have worked with me a lot, I've had coffee today. So I'm sorry / you're welcome. Really keep that core strong. Don't let those hands get closer together.
Exercise.
Take that break. Shake it out. Nice. Now again, if you don't have the band, don't worry. Grab some weights. If you don't have weights, don't worry. Really focus on keeping that bicep squeezed the entire time. Okay, option to lose the band or keep the
Begin
band.
set 3.
And adding the weights. Weight in the heels. You can do both arms together. If you're not using the band, you can do alternating. All right? All kinds of options. Make sure you're breathing. Core engaged. Heels are pushing down. Shoulders are down. Back of the head, shoulders, and hips are against that wall. Your abs are engaged. Your back may be flat as well. Keep breathing.
Stop.
Feel the burn
Exercise.
in those thighs. Take the break if you need it. My feet are slipping a bit, so I'm going to take a moment. But keep going if you don't need it. Roll those shoulders back. All right, we're going into our last one. And then
Begin set 4.
we will be headed over to the bench. All right? Shoulders down, curl. Abs in. Again, if you don't have weights, totally fine to do this without weights. You want to focus on squeezing the bicep as you bring the arm up. Yes. Core is squeezed. Ooh, thighs are on fire. Your abs may be a little bit too after that core brace. Oh, we're seconds away. Yes, shoulders down.
Stop
There
exercise
it is.
and switch to the next station.
Oh my gosh. Perfect. You are going to need one weight and a chair or a bench. Bent over row. So one knee and one hand is going to be on the chair or bench. Make sure the hand is directly beneath the shoulder. The other arm is going to hang
Begin
down.
set 1.
Elbow grazes the waistline back and bring it down. I'll turn a little bit so you can see. You want to bring the elbow back and down. The number one thing I don't want to see is the shoulder going into the neck or into the ear. Keep that shoulder blade sliding down the back. Core is braced. This is set 1. Squeeze the back. Squeeze those shoulder blades as that elbow comes up. Don't you dare stop. Keep going. Don't you dare stop. You're stronger than that. Believe in yourself. Here we go. When she says begin, set 2, we're going to add a tricep extension. So perfect this row because we're adding on. If that tricep
Begin
extension
set
does not
2.
feel good, don't do it. Focus on the row. So bring it up, hold, extend back, bring it in, carefully lower down. Up, extend, back, lower down. Really want this to be slow and controlled. You may think the faster we go, the harder it'll be. That's actually wrong. You really want to have the muscles control this so that they are shaking and they are working. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Extend the weight. Ooh, bring it back in.
Stop
And lower
exercise.
down. Take a moment. Shake out those arms. We are switching sides. So good. Okay, moving the bench so you can see. Again, hand directly beneath the shoulder.
Begin set 3.
Soft bend in the foot that's on the floor. Soft bend in that knee. Row it back. Lower down. Core is squeezed so we don't go into the low back. We want no twisting in the shoulders, no twisting in the hips. Elbow is as close to the navel as you can. Sounds crazy, but we don't want the shoulder up into the ear, okay? Whew, really squeeze those shoulder blades together. Slow and controlled, remember. This isn't a race.
Stop exercise.
Keep going. Don't you dare give up. A few more. We have less than 40 seconds with this exercise, and then we are switching. Woo! Core is strong. Now remember, here we have the option to
Begin
add
set 4.
that tricep extension. So we're going to row it up, hold it here, kick that arm back, bring it back in, lower on down. Nice and slow. Up, extend, bring it back in, lower down. The challenge is to get that elbow high, parallel to the floor, while keeping the shoulder away from the ear. Extend, bring it in, lower down. Keep that core strong. Yes, after this, grab some water.
Stop exercise and switch to the next station.
Great job. Air high fives. Grab some water. We are coming on down to the floor next for a side leg lift. Get my mat ready. Come on down and lay on your side. And you want to make sure
Begin set
your
1.
head is relaxed down. Hips are stacked. Bottom leg can be slightly bent. Top leg is completely straight. Foot is flexed. Now rotate so the toes are pointing towards the floor and the heel is up towards the ceiling. We're going to lift, lower down. Lift, lower down. Notice how small this movement is. Notice how I'm not kicking way up. Okay? We're finding a very small movement. Getting deep into the glutes. Lift with the heel. Okay? Take that top hand, push into the mat so you feel the core engaged.
Stop exercise.
Keep going. Don't you stop. Squeeze the core, squeeze the booty. If you don't quite feel the booty, slide this extended leg back half an inch. Tuck those hips.
Begin
You will feel
set
that booty.
2.
Hold it up. Tiny circles. As if there's a crayon taped to your shoe and you're drawing a circle with your heel, not with the ankle, with the whole leg. Small circle. You're tracing a blueberry. Very small. And reverse that circle. Core to squeeze, booty squeeze. No wiggles in the body. Breathe. Ooh, squeeze that booty. Keep it squeezed. Almost there, almost there. And then we're going to switch sides. Retuck those hips.
Stop
Oh,
exercise.
there it is. Nice. Switching sides. I hope you are sweating, because I am sweating. Lay on down. Relax your head. Not quite nap time. So sorry. Bottom leg bent.
Begin set
Top
3.
leg is straight. Toes down, heel up. I wore my bright shoes today. You can see what I'm talking about. Push that hand down directly in front of the rib cage. You'll feel the core engaged. Tuck those hips. Booty squeeze, ab squeeze. Toes down, heel up. Tiny lift lower. Again, if you don't feel the booty, slide the leg back half an inch. Barely anything. Retuck those hips. You will feel the hip and the booty in no time. Okay? Breathe into it. Core should be engaged. Don't get lazy on me.
Stop exercise.
Keep going. Squeeze the core. Breathe, breathe. So from here on out, after we're done with this exercise, it's all abs. Yeah, ab.
Begin
Fabulous
set
abs.
4.
Hold it up, tiny circles. Again, as if you have a crayon taped to your shoe, we're not tracing with the ankle circles. Ankle is frozen. We're moving the entire leg. Toes down, heel up, tracing a blueberry. Push down into that ground. Feel the core engage. Woo, reverse that circle. Squeeze the booty. Hello, hip. Hello, booty. Woo. Almost there, almost there. Oh, are you feeling the burn? Oh my
Stop
gosh.
exercise and
Yes.
switch to the next
Nice. So
station.
now, if you have a pillow or a ball, go ahead and grab that. I'm going to use nothing just so you can see what that would look like if you don't have either close by. We're going to lay on our back. Take that pillow or ball against this knee, and you're going to apply pressure
Begin
and push.
set 1.
Okay? Push and hold. Now this is level 1. For those who have a sensitive back or anything, I want to make sure you're not forcing the back flat. You're forcing everything in the core to squeeze in around the spine and add that support. Okay? So we're pushing into the knee is pushing into the hand. We're squeezing that navel back, yes, but we're also pulling the oblique side abs in towards the spine as well. Breathe. Now, if you'd like to, and you have a good strong neck, you can add an upper body hold.
Stop exercise.
Keep going. Don't give up. Breathe, breathe. This is that core bracing. We are just prepping for those planks. Breathe. Get those shoulders up if you can. Whew. For my level 2s, if you want to add
Begin
on,
set 2.
extend that other leg. However, this can get into the back if you let go of your abs at all. So you always have the option to bring that leg back down. Bring it up if you can. Shoulder blades a little higher. Push, push, push into that knee. Woo! That core is shaking. Woo! Are you breathing? Are your shoulders out of your ears? Seconds away, almost there. You got this. Woo!
Stop.
Woo!
Exercise.
Take a moment. Rock those knees side to side with the feet on the floor. Hug the knees into the chest if you need to. Oh my goodness. Again, one of those exercises where you get as much out of it as you put in. So cheesy to say, but so true. All right, other leg up. Palms are going to press into that knee. Knees are going to push into the hands. Shoulders slide down the back. Push and hold. Now this is not just leg and arm. This is applying pressure to brace through the core, okay? So navel draws back, obliques drop in. Everything from your rib cage all the way down to your pelvis is engaged right now, and brace it. Again, if you like, you can add the upper body curl. Woo!
Stop. Exercise.
Keep going. You've got this. So this core shaking, I hope you feel it. If not, your assignment right now is to find that core tremble, okay? Once you find that core tremble, that is exactly what I want you to feel when we do a plank. If you don't feel that, when we do a plank, you might not be planking correctly. The hard truth. So you really want to feel that core squeeze and brace. A little bit of a tremble there. Option to extend that other leg. If your head or neck starts to get tired or sore, lower the head back down, okay? Otherwise, get those shoulder blades up. Woo! Breathe, breathe, breathe. Apply that pressure.
Stop. Exercise. And switch to the
Yes,
next
we have
station.
one more left, and it's a plank. Of course, I've got variations depending on what you're looking for. If you've got a bench or chair, you want to do the plank on there, go for it. If you want to do it from the floor, go for it. Forearm plank, hold. If you'd like to do a side plank, go for the side plank.
Begin set 1.
Here we go. If you are doing a regular plank, I want you to rock forward and back, okay? So I want a little bit forward, a little bit back. If that feels okay on the back and knees, find that tremble in the core. For my side plankers, that top arm comes forward and up. Forward and up. Don't let those hips wiggle. Don't let them drop. Okay? Keep them up. Shoulders down. Oh, this is brutal. After that last
Stop.
one,
Exercise.
take that break if you need it. Audra, thank you for requesting abs. These are for you. All right, popping right back up. If you did side plank, same thing. If you were doing forearm plank, same thing, forward and back.
2.
For my side plankers, same side. Lift those hips up. Make sure the top hip, bottom hip are in one line, okay? Bring the arm down and up. That's to add extra instability. Make sure you're breathing. Shoulders down away from the ears. Lift those hips up if you're a side planker. Squeeze that booty if you're doing the regular plank with the rocks forward and back. Find that core tremble. We've been practicing this whole workout.
Stop. Exercise.
My goodness. Other side. Now, if you're doing that forearm plank, you have the option to add a side tap. Don't let those hips wiggle, okay? Here we go. Set 3 and 4, and we are done.
Begin set 3.
Woo, here we go. Lift those hips up. Shoulders are down. Tuck those hips. Abs are in. If you're doing that side plank, lift and lower that arm. Don't let that bottom hip drop. Keep it up, 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 up. Again, hip bones are stacked, okay? So the top hip and the bottom hip are in one line. We don't want to open either which way and compromise the back. If you were doing the regular plank with the tap outs, same thing. Keep those hips stable by squeezing the core. If that's too much, hold the plank.
Exercise.
You have the option to go back to those rocks forward and back, okay? We are almost there. Hopefully you are exhausted like me and your core is trembling. If not, email me, find me. We're going to talk. Got tips for you. All right,
Begin
right
set
back up.
4.
Here we go. Shoulders down. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. If you were doing the side plank, down, down, and up. Squeeze that core in. Ooh, you should be feeling that shake. Abs on fire. Getting that Monday started right. Getting that week started right. Oh, eye of the tiger. Here we go. Mind over matter. You are stronger than you think. Hips up a little higher if you're a side planker. Woo.
Stop exercise.
Yes.
Your training is now complete.
Thank you, Dave,
Please.
for turning that up. We did it. Nailed it. Now, before we get up and start cleaning, I want you to go ahead and go into a child's pose, okay? So toes together, knees slightly apart, palms forward, sit on back. Deep inhale and exhale, lower on down. My goodness. I'm so proud of you guys. Thank you for sticking with me. Carefully come on up. Before we wrap up, one more thing. Go ahead and lay on your back. Figure 4 stretch. I know several of you who I talked to over the weekend have tight hips. So we're gonna do a quick hip stretch, figure 4, option to bring that bottom leg up. Inhale and exhale. Oh. We're gonna do one more breath, but before we do, take a look at that knee. Is that knee above your hip bone? If not, move it there. See how that changes the stretch for you. Deep inhale and exhale. Do you feel the other side booty more? I bet you do. Carefully release. Both feet down. Wiggle those knees. Other side. Figure 4. Lift that back leg up. Reach through. If it's available to you, deep inhale. And exhale. If doing this on the floor is not available to you, you can always do this in a chair. Again, check that knee. Is it over the hip? Make that adjustment. Deep breath in. And big exhale. Lower that leg down. Place that foot down. Wiggle those knees. Go ahead and roll to one side. And come on up. Thank you so much. We also have more stretches on our YouTube page and also on our Facebook page, actually. There's a couple of 15-minute stretches that are great for hips and back. Thank you. Drink your water. I think Dave's going to let up the mute so we all can chat. I am so very proud of you. I'm doing this again at 6:30. Kelly, I know you joined me for both last week. You're crazy. It's going to be the same thing, so drink your water.